Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mex Mundo kitchen. Today's video is not a recipe, it's more of a cooking tip. But I really wanted to share it because I know a lot of people maybe don't know this vegetable or don't know how to peel it. Which you're going to say, huh, a peeling video? Trust me, it's very practical. This veggie here, let me hold it carefully because it has thorns, is called a chayote. It's very common in lots of in Mexico and Asia, all over Latin America. Lots of people know it, and there are a lot of varieties. There's varieties without thorns and there's varieties with thorns. To be honest, this is my favorite, this thorny one, this particular one, and I'm lucky enough to grow it in my garden. There are very easy ways to peel this without getting your hands all hurt. And that's what I want to teach you guys, because once you try this variety of chayote, you will not want to try any other one, and it's really simple to do, so I'm going to teach you how to do it. So let's get started. For this particular veggie or fruit, I'm not sure what it is, we consider it a veggie. Your best friend is going to be oil. Any kind of cooking oil you have will work. And what you're going to do with this oil is it's basically going to be like a hand cream. So you put some on your hand and you really rub it all over your hand. You don't want to miss any spots. What's the purpose of the oil? Chayotes have this, when you're peeling them, they have this sap which sticks to your hand, this little watery whatever. It's a sap, I guess. And it makes your skin feel super tight. I mean, for me, if I had to compare it to something, if you've ever had crazy glue on your hand, it feels like that. Like you have crazy glue all over your hand. It feels really stretched and tight. Some people may even have a reaction where your skin starts to peel a bit. So it's honestly super uncomfortable. You can wash it with water and soap, and just like with crazy glue, it won't come off. So the oil, what it does is it protects, it's kind of like an invisible glove. And it protects you from that sap. As soon as you're done peeling your chayotes, you just wash your hands and there's absolutely no effect. So that's super cool. Your second best friend is a towel. The towel is just going to help you hold on to the chayote without getting, with the thorns pricking your skin. So it's kind of also like a glove, and it's wonderful. It makes it easier. And there's 3 ways to do this. I'm going to teach you 2. You can peel it either with a knife, with a veggie peeler, or the one that I'm not teaching is you can peel it by cooking it like you would any vegetable in boiling water, and then once it's tender and cooked, you just peel it off. I don't like that one. I prefer peeling it when it's raw. So for the first technique, I'm going to be using the knife. What you do is you chop off a little piece at the bottom. You want it to stand straight, so that's going to be kind of like the way to make the chayote stand straight. And once you chop that piece in the bottom, you're going to hold on with your towel, and you're going to start slicing from top to bottom. Just the skin, you're going to slice off as thin as possible. You're just taking the skin off. That's the only interest you want. So you slice off the whole chayote, you rotate it until you finish. And what I like doing is, once I'm done, I like passing it through water just to make sure there's no thorns stuck onto the chayote, because sometimes they do stay there. So just rinsing it through water takes any possible thorns that may be stuck to your veggie. Now with the peeler, it's basically the same process. You cut off a piece in the bottom just so it sits flat on your board. And you're going to hold it again with your towel so that your hands don't get hurt. And this is a bit trickier, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. It's kind of figuring out how to peel, because chayotes are tricky. So maybe it's easy to peel from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top. You really have to figure it out because it's a bit tricky. The vegetable has a funny shape, and with all the thorns, it's a bit funny. Why don't I like using the peeler, and why do I prefer the knife? When you're peeling it, all these thorns just start flying all over the place. They're all over the counter. You have many more thorns all over the place than you do with the knife. Of course, you're going to rinse it off after, so it's the same effect, but I think it's a bit messier, and I don't like that. I honestly prefer the knife. But again, that's how, whatever you feel it's easier for you, if it's the knife or the peeler. I just want to show you guys with both things, so we can do that. Okay, so our chayotes are peeled. They look exactly the same whether you do it with the knife or with the peeler. What I wanted to do more or less was share the tip of how to peel them, because many people see all the thorns on them and they're quite, I guess, afraid of how do I hold it, how do I peel it, and then if you try to grab it with your hands, it's like, nope, I don't want to do this. And then you see the ones that don't have thorns and you think, oh, that's easier. Why have a hard time peeling one with thorns if I can just have a chayote without thorns? These babies are amazing. They taste completely different to the ones that don't have thorns, so trust me, you really need to try them. And the oil trick is wonderful. I already washed my hands and I feel absolutely nothing. There's no stiffness, no discomfort at all. It's really like using a glove. It's really good. I'm going to try to make as many videos as possible to show you guys how to cook chayote. The thing is, I grow them here in my garden. It's already October, which means it's end of season for me. The plant is dying off, so I'll see what I can manage to do before that happens. But the thing I really wanted to share was how to peel them, the oil trick, how to hold on to it, so you're not afraid of cooking chayotes, especially the prickly ones, which are the best variety you can enjoy. I hope you find this video useful, and don't forget to subscribe.